Nobody touches us at all. Shout out, shoot out, spread fear of their without. Assuming that attack what's off the wheel. Spread the word throughout the land. They say, bad guys, we're black. We're tan, you can't turn back. You see us coming and you all together run for cover. We'll take it over this town. Here it comes, reach for your gun and you better listen well, my friend. You see, it's best now, down below. Down again, we want they talking no tall tales, but just I knew you're doomed coming me out with the numbers of hell. Sleep. Oh, village to village, tries to see, but better not take it out on me, cause God's town is found where your city used to be. So out of the darkness and into the light, sparked by everywhere inside from our double barrel 12 gauge. Can't lock me in your cage. You see us coming and you all together run for cover. We'll take it over this town. Here it comes, reach for your gun and you better listen well, my friend. You see it's best now down below. Aim at you with the covers of hell. See us down again, we want ain't talking no tall tales, friend, cause I knew you're too coming me out with the cowboys from hell. You better count your money. 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 The man is crazy, big badass ball. Running up north for all the gold that I stole, along with some cash, even took the mayor's daughter. Now that there's kidnapped, but she was with it, so I brought her. Then got myself into a whole heap of trouble, double crossed by the law, so it's nobody to run to. Yeah, it's just me and my sawed-off shotgun. Outlaw, call him Leatherface. I'm headed for the
getting dark, so now I'm watching for them damn engines. They like to catch it, then they rob and split. I be a root toot shooting damn fool, protecting my chips. All of a sudden, I heard somebody rumble in the bushes. Stop my horse, whoa, lady. Who in the bushes? You better speak out, or I'ma let my shotgun song sing out.
Who is this? Hope this ain't the law. Draw out the bushes with my sawed-off shotgun.
Come on out, right now I'm getting angry. Took a step back, cause it could get dangerous.
Please don't shoot us just to meet the queen horse death.
Then why the hell is you hiding in them bushes?
I wanted it for counties, for armed robbery. Killed 2 sheriffs, 6 of his best men with my head. Stole 2 horses. Thought you was the law, that's why I jumped in the bushes.
Goodness, now she was hotter than the barrel of fire, but I could use her for the job, so I told her to ride. Come on.
May I ask you what you headed to the West for?
I got a partner, got a plan for some dough. And if you're down, you can pick up yourself a pretty penny. Be in town in a minute, now be sure if you're ready.
We out before the sunrise, got a style here for your partner to ride. Hit the saloon for the moonshine, down for whatever, let's ride, let's ride.
Directions say we go to Tucson, Arizona. When we arrive, we'll cop a place we can bump and meet my bro in the morning for details and hook up. You better count your money. 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 Rise and shine. Good morning, howdy. 9 o'clock, we meet my boy in the saloon in the valley. Now I done came a long way and I don't wanna be late.
Time I'm making tokens, you know we ain't.
Move up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move up, giddy up, giddy up. You better count your money. You better count your money.
I'm peeping crazies wanted poster in the saloon, so I assume it'll be trouble around here pretty soon. Glass across the room, I see this youngster getting ready to fight. But if he mess up tonight, I think the crazy just might take his life. So I approach him and I pause. Look, man, I really don't want to brawl, but won't you chill before them laws come messing up this master plan? Since he already rowdy, I just asked him, man, hey, you want some work with partner put in your bid? And by the way, now what's your name? They call me Lazy the Kid. The name's Powder P. Can I get a 12 gauge? Outlaw every day on the front page. Mr. Kid, if you give me the lowdown, me and Blackjack, we ready for the showdown. With 2 double barrels pointed at whatever. We'll stick together. I'm pretty clever. So saddle up, jump on the bandwagon, because it's all going down. I heard a guy running the bar screaming crazies in town.
Now when we get to this saloon, you don't worry, wait outside. Don't be stealing nobody's damn horse. Step aside the bar, lay the kids, you son of a gun.
Hey man, I'm glad you made it safely. Now let's go have some fun. And it's my partner Powder, he's a young gun. Howdy.
Mighty glad to meet you, son. Oh yeah, you know I also brought a friend along. Meet Doug Quick, the horse peddler, straggler, just met.
Out of partner, already got the horses saddled.
I hope you're good at robbing banks like you wrestle that cattle. Now y'all, it's gonna be getting dark real soon.
I think you're right, I say we move. Come on, let's move up. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move up. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move up. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, move up. Giddy up, giddy up, keep it up.
Hey you, can I learn your flavor? It's brand new. Now it's in the papers, all I seem to see. Must be something underneath. Take 2, I'm still trying to figure out what makes you hard on the call. I guess it comes from your heart, 'cause when your head's right, you take your time something new. I feel the hate with you staring across the room. I dare you play your cards, boy, you bet I'm a trendsetter too. Fire when the strobe hits you.
That's it, Brian? Yes.
Bet you're looking for something new. Staring up across the room. Bet I'm a trendsetter too. Bulletproof, on another level, ahead of the crew. Select never settles, it only gets better the more you see. Powerful and free, confidence is key. So watch me figure it out. It's all about what you bring to the crowd, where your preference is loud. They're calling me over, set your fire on me, like what I see you getting closer. Hey, trendsetter, see your fire when the strobe hits you. I didn't see who you came with. Bet you're looking for something new. I feel the hate with you staring up across the room. I dare you play your cards, boy, you bet I'm a trendsetter too. I feel the hate, fire when the strobe hits you. Bet you're looking for something new. Staring up across the room. Bet I'm a trendsetter too.
Yeah, I give some structure, yeah, I give everything. Yeah, the things that you tell me to believe. You want destruction, but you want everything. Yeah, the things that you tell me to believe. Yeah, every side, pull back from the dead. Now, you're more in your head. You are the puppet master, you can't take my soul. You'll never be under your control. I am a monster, I am a monster. That's what you told me, baby. I am a monster, I am a monster. That's what you told me, baby. She said, I am a monster. That's what you told me, baby. She said, I am a monster. That's what you told me, baby. You expect me to do everything. Think I'm a slave, but this time you're wrong. You don't love me, get your care. You said you love me, but this isn't fair. Hate, love, us. what you told me, baby. I am a monster, I am a monster. That's what you told me, baby. I am a monster, I am a monster. That's what you told me, baby. I am a monster, I am a monster. That's what you told me, baby. She said, yeah, you're a monster. That's what you told me, baby. She said, yeah, you're a monster. That's what you told me, baby.
Nigga, we doing this shit from Cleveland to LA, nigga. Whatever you niggas want to drink. Nigga, what time is it? I don't give a fuck where you lay at, nigga. It's time to slay these bitch man niggas. They ain't even know what type of niggas we is. Where my girls at? Both thugs and army. I know you niggas been waiting for this for a long time. Well, here it is, nigga. Here it is. What you gonna do with
Well,
it?
I must be close to the Armageddon, Lord. Know that I won't fly by that lesson. Who taught me to pull out my west and you brought me. And I'm stressing and salting. Get them up off me, cause all we wanted was harm and they been bombing. Make your bed in my ghetto. I won't settle, get on my level. They can't stop me and pop me, nigga. They got me fucked up. Little pockets schizophrenic. Let's manage the damage, I am. Look about to make you feel. I really wanna get the corner, then I want it enough to jump. I'm gonna send a beat, and I should've went down. So take the test, well, yesterday, war, when they get the door for the murder, I'm a horror. What I did it all for the cause, and I've been pulling out a pistol, little nigga with my fucking niggas is on. All your poor busy getting evicted and test me, bless the floor, and then they attempt to arrest me, stress me, no. Looking at death with the last of my breath, fall up on my kids, but don't sin in my step. Yes, I'm living this gift, it's the best of my secrets, even the leaves and below, nigga, believe it, I can see it and need it, and if you really want me, it wouldn't let me get the reason we running the fucking
It's poppin', nigga. Yeah. Put your motherfucking hands on your strap, nigga. Yeah, we can do this like gangsters and slug it out. Do this like punks and punk it out. Pull your strap on me, nigga. You better kill me. Thug life, baby. I'll probably be punished for hard living. Blind to the facts. Thugs is convicts in God's prison. Hands on the strap. Praying so Father, please forgive me. Police be rushing when they see me. I flaunt it. America's most wanted. Live on TV like pleasure and pain. Stuck in this game. Holler my name. We all gon' die. We bleed through similar veins. Please explain to me now. Don't panic when my guns burst. Heard the last jam, nigga. This one's worse. My nigga Bone held the chrome till I came home. Thug love player. Tell these bitch niggas bring it on. I caught a plane out to Cleveland late last evening to help my niggas clean up some niggas no longer breathing. Now, who do you believe in? Hit the weed and breathe. It's a cold ass world, niggas. Kill you in your sleep. Watch me until they stop me, bury, murder me or drop me. I got thug love for my nation while I bust it, feel me?
Calm me down, roll me up, press me up against your lips. Let me fill your lungs, then breathe me out. California grown rap songs. You see the best comes out the west. Let me blur your lines, you won't regret it. I'll take you to the moon and back, backseat of my Cadillac. Start out slow, then play it faster. Let me fill your lungs and breathe me out. Press me me feel your lungs, and breathe me out. Press me up again. I know what you I know what you fantasize about. Tonight, tonight
I saw you standing there and I knew I'm done for, it's over, I'm through. Oh, and playing games from the start. Oh, sinking your nails in my heart. Oh, you bring out the worst in me. Oh, you bring out the worst in me. Looking back in my rear view, and nothing, no nothing can change you. No, I decided to play when I knew you were fire. No, it started off warm, but now I hear the choir. Yeah. Who do you think you are? Oh, leaving your keys in my car. No, you bring out the worst in me. Oh, you bring out the worst in me. Bring out the worst in me. Oh, you bring out the worst in me. Oh, you bring out the worst in me. You bring out the worst in me.
It's Kurt Ingram, aka the Vegan Warrior, and I'm coming at you again with another live broadcast, uncensored and unscripted. All right, it's time to put the lie to rest. It's time to put the giant lie to rest. Now, for many of you, this ain't gonna be enough, and I understand that because your Bible says giants existed, and because your Bible says that giants existed, no matter what amount of evidence is presented, you're still going to believe in giants, even though you've never seen one, you've never authenticated any remains of a 10-foot plus human being factual, even though you have no substance, nothing tangible, but you're still going to believe. And that's what belief is all about. You know, when you know something to be true, belief is not required. I mean, I don't have to believe something that I know to be true. So when you don't have truth, the human ego creates belief. I get it. I have beliefs. I just never confuse my beliefs for truths. And I'm a promoter of the idea that just because you believe something, it doesn't necessarily make it true. So I figured I'll start this live stream off with a proponent for the a person who is peddling Tartaria, mud flood, giants, ancient civilizations, Wi-Fi, or ancient civilizations with high technology, and they're spreading it all over flat Earth. And many flat earthers, mostly religious flat earthers, are embracing it because it fits in their belief system. So I'm gonna start off with this guy. and then we're going to get to some opposing it. Let's get started. Let me share my screen. The infamous Mr. John LeVay. He titles it Real Shit Like This. This is the trailer where this footage came from. Let's check it out. This is the best piece of evidence he's ever seen. This footage.
Since the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan has been protected against invading monsters by a legacy of giant warriors. Today, there remains only one.
The footage you are watching that John Levy is passing off to the Flat Earth community comes from a movie trailer. A movie trailer. Let's look at it again. The beginning of the movie trailer, and this came out in 2007. I'm about to rent the damn movie. This is the movie trailer.
Since the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan has been protected against invading monsters by a legacy of giant warriors.
This is where he got the footage. This is where that giant Japanese footage comes from. It comes from a movie trailer called Big Man Japan. I'm gonna rent it just so I can see this retarded ass movie. They have you flat earthers believing in fictitious made for TV footage. Now what you don't understand is you can make modern day footage look old. How do I know this? Well, it's something called Adobe. Adobe. Right now you can pay $49.99 a month and you can get access to something called Adobe Creative Cloud. And in that package, you get access to Photoshop, something called Premiere Pro, which is one of the primary video editing tools that is out on the market where you can manipulate footage. You can add shadows. You can do all types of things with this. And I played with it for years when it first came out. You can do the same thing in Photoshop. This footage that you're looking at comes from a movie trailer. A movie trailer. How do I know? Well, here's the movie trailer. And I'm going to point out some other things, but I just want you to know where your footage comes from.
Since the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan has been protected against invading monsters by a legacy of giant warriors. Today, there remains only one.
It's ridiculous. But let's go back to John Levy. Or LeVay, or whatever way he pronounces his name. Let's go back to his analysis of this authentic giant footage. Let's go back to what he has to say, which has suckered so many of you flat earthers. Let's go back and listen to his words.
That's all there is to it. Again, I mean, this man does not have the physique of a modern man. Now I want you to look at his footprints. Look, I mean, that's authentic to me. If you're looking at that shadowing, let's look at that again. Let's start at the beginning.
Did he say that's authentic to him? I had to walk away for a second. I'm back. Did I just hear him say this is authentic to him? How much research do you think he did before he presented this to the public? Did he know where the footage came from? Did he know that it's only been around since 2007? Did he know that? Let's see.
I don't know. And again, even if, for some strange reason, this man was superimposed or, and was actually a smaller man, he is a fascinating man.
He's fascinating. He's interesting. Those are the hallmarks of entertaining someone. You can't entertain someone if you don't make the thing itself interesting and fascinating. But because you already believe that giants exist, they're just manipulating your ideas of reality. You want to believe in giants, so guess what? They give you giants. That's how they make money. Giving people what they want to believe, to keep you in a constant state of unreality. He doesn't know where this footage comes from. He can't, but he believes in giants. So when something surfaces and it looks authentic, he runs with it. not knowing where it came from.
Let's watch it in backwards. I mean, this man is really stepping, and this man has a very light and graceful walk for his massive size.
How can you have a light and graceful walk when you're that big? How is that possible? Can a construction dump truck drive past you lightly and graceful? You can't feel the presence of something gigantic walking past you. Do you realize how big this man is? This is a 20-foot, 15 to 20-foot giant. How can he walk lightly and graceful? Is that our reality? Is that how things is in the real world? Things are in the real world? We got to stop being foolish, people. We have to.
I mean, he's light-footed, but I do believe that would be very difficult to fake, and somebody would have to go to great lengths, especially with this older, grainy footage. I mean, when I'm looking at the buildings back here, when I'm looking at those buildings, I mean, we see kind of Antiquitech up there. I mean, this is legitimate. I mean, and the faintest shadows, maybe you could superimpose some shadows under his feet, but not.
He said maybe. No, it's not a maybe. You can. Amateurs can. You can add shadows anywhere on a video. Anywhere. It's relatively easy. Go get Adobe Creative Cloud, buy into it, and start learning how to manipulate video with Premiere Pro and After Effects. An hour of learning how to do the application or using the application, you'll know how to put shadows all over a video to make it look more authentic. An hour.
Not the shadows that are created, about a foot or two away. I mean, those are very faint, very, very soft and subtle that you can see at
the beauty of making shadows in these programs, you can make them dark, you can make them light, you can manipulate the shape of the shadow, you can manipulate the darkness of the shadow, and you can make it stay consistent with the thing itself. I can't think of the term used in video manipulation. I think it's called tracking. That shadow can move with the object once you connect it to. You don't believe me? Well, first, I don't want you to believe me. I want you to get with someone who knows how to manipulate and edit video and add CGI and various other things. I want you to show them this footage and say, hey, could you create this? Could you make this film look older than what it really is? Can you add shadows? Can you superimpose subjects in the video? Is that possible? Can you do it? You'll quickly learn. There are people who do this on a regular basis. This is a profession. You actually think the stuff you see in videos, all of it is real? Guys, we gotta wake up.
At the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. I mean, that is, if this is a forgery, then this is a master forgery. Again, if this was fake.
Actually, it's not a master forgery. An amateur can do this.
Footage just made for a trailer, not even made for the movie, but for a trailer. This is obviously old footage right here that you can see. I mean, there's no way.
So right there, he just admitted that, well, maybe he does know it comes from a trailer. He just said, he just put the title on there.
Made for a trailer, not even made for the movie.
That's the name of the trailer, the movie. But he's saying that it's so authentic and it's not even really used in the movie. It has to be real. See, the Japanese just had this footage laying around, and when they decided to make a movie, they pulled out real footage for the trailer. That's what he's trying to say. That's ridiculous. That's unlikely. But again, that's what they want. They want you focused on the unreal. The more you're focused on the unreal, the more disconnected you become to the real.
But for a trailer, this is obviously old footage right here that you can see. I mean, there's no way this was made in modern times and made to look old.
All right. You also need to understand, when you're doing editing of video, you may mix in real footage with your fake footage. The entire reel does not have to be all the same. You can piece together fake footage with real footage. And then you can even manipulate real footage and add fake things to it. That's how advanced our technology is.
And so here is a...
Now, we got to look at this really close. I'm going to have to point this out to you for you to see it. But I'm going to let it play, and then I'm going to have to rewind. About video editing. So you're going to pass off to the flat earth community that this is real to justify your belief in giants? That's what you're going to do? Nah.
This warrior and this protector and this piece of footage has nothing to do
with that trailer or this movie, and it's actually very difficult to come about. You really have to do some digging before you get to this piece of footage, and it really throws the whole movie and the trailer idea off, and just an amazing piece of footage. So what can we conclude of all of this?
So now he's going to create a conclusion based on fake footage that he knows comes from Japan, a Japanese Hollywood movie. Listen to this shit.
Should it be so unusual that there would be one giant left over in Japan, walking amongst people in early times? When we look at this old block work in Japan.
Oh, because they have this block work in Japan. See, this is, he's trying to say that giants exist, and you should believe in giants because of this fake footage, and because you have these heavy blocks stacked on top of each other strategically. That's evidence of giants. Guys, I'm gonna keep saying it. We gotta wake up. We have to wake up and challenge things. Ask the right questions. It's crazy.
Is this not proof?
Is this not proof? That's another thing. His legs. Protruding bones in his legs? What's this about? Is that supposed to simulate a thigh muscle? Is that what that is? Is this supposed to be a knee? Did this giant have gout? What's going on here? Almost looks like he has a heel right here. Nah, you didn't do a real analysis. You're just trying to pass off your beliefs with fake footage to get people to believe you. That's what you're doing.
There was a giant people?
Look at these, look at this. They got knee joints in the thighs of the giant? Really? See, the knees are down here. Many of you'll get on the internet and you'll start looking up where this footage came from, and you'll find out that it came from a movie trailer. So what he did was he makes that known, so you all, if you run into it, he already said it, and that won't be the only thing to debunk him. He's saying that real footage was added to a fake movie.
You know, they have taken it as, oh, it's just this movie. And most of what you see on the internet is that, I would say the mass majority is not really any kind of analysis of this footage, but rather, oh, it was just part of this movie.
Oh, so he did real analysis. He wants you to believe that this is a real analysis of a video. Someone named Mud, I guess short for Mud Flood. Thank you for shedding light on these souls. Thank you for shedding light on these souls. People are believing this. This is why I am coming at his neck. The more people that believe in delusions, the more watered down Flat Earth becomes.
Bless all of you that commented and
Hey John, you're setting yourself to have the term, it's grabbing, thrownage. Hey, just imagine having to go up against this Emperor's champion. I wonder where he is buried.
originally watched the video, and I just thought it fair to present your comments here at the end. So again, thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video.
Great talk and analysis, no doubt about it. Flat Earth Hollow. Are you fucking kidding me? It's flat from Grasshopper. What did he just talk about that had anything to do with Flat Earth? Grasshopper's comment is flat. A trailer for which movie? Great analysis. Thank you. Jack Span. I like how you analyze. Also, I had never seen the clip of the giant with his family. Very beautiful. Are you fucking kidding me? There's people that believe this bullshit. Thank you, my brother. Always enjoyed watching your work. God bless and be safe for the holidays. Richard Lopez, one of his cronies. It's a globe head saying something. This guy says, Fred Jones indeed. This mud flood and free energy research will reach a much wider audience if it wasn't muddled with the flat earth narrative. Somebody replying to Fred. A globe earther coming at his grill. Another globe earther. Hi, thanks for your job again. I just can say one thing for me. Asian 4 meters giant video is a fake. It smells fake. I'm not a great pro of video, but I make independent video games. I was already used to 3D video, sequences since 1993 plus. There's a person who says he understands video and he knows that it's fake. Pretty much what I'm saying. Alright. This shit's giving me a headache. One more time. Lucky for us, it's only a trailer.
Since the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan has been protected against...
Hold up, that's a lot more clear. Let's see. Look at that shoulder. Where's the neck? Where's the neck? That's supposed to be it right there? Nah. Absolutely not.
Since the bombings of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan has been protected against invading monsters by a legacy of giant warriors. Today, there remains only one.
This is what people want to believe. They see fake video, but their belief system says this is what they're seeing. "2007. Crazy. "1980, a giant in Japan. Strange videos surfaced on the internet, 2007. Claiming to be an 1890s in Japan. Alright, I'm just gonna go to the chat. Go to the chat. Listen to people defend this ridiculous shit for a second. That's about all I'm going to tolerate when I'm in this live stream. Let me find the chat. Chat, where are you?
Let me find chat.
Alright, I got the recording. And now I see the chat. Okay, pop it out. Let's see what you guys got to say. Start from the top, work my way down. What's good? What's good, Milky? What's good, Zap, Manny, Nicholas, 1.5 volt, Cigar Face, No One's Flower, Flat Enough, I always mess your name up. You gotta enunciate it for me. Celian, Shen Bubba. I think I already said. P Mars. Flat Enough. No One's Flower. Mr. Aubrey. City. Big Tim was good. Humphrey, Loco Tomo, what's up, brother? Stop the Madness 2012, P900, Cool Pics, Flat Chord Music, Dabbing Good. All right, just wanted to acknowledge everybody. If you're for or against, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to say hello. Let's see what you guys are saying. What we got? Yeah, I love classical music too. It was an overuse of the Moonlight, No One's Flower. I'm a classical music guy, and yeah, they just messed my music all up. Gavin says, go watch Tartarian videos because that is what the argument was about. I think you're talking to someone else. I'm not sure. Gavin says, so he's using a movie to prove Giants. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, goddammit. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And you know, I was looking at last night. What was it, the story of Noah? And in the latest story of Noah, the latest movie with I can't think of the guy that starred in it. Can't remember his name. He was cool with the rock giants. The rock giants helped him build the ark. Someone said, is the raw diet a bit too much for me? Why? Because I don't believe in giants? Nah. Raw vegan diet is going well. Gavin, good. You said you're asking a very good question, but I think you don't don't understand. The same guys that are peddling mud flood in Tartaria are the same guys peddling giants. They actually say giants were a part of Tartaria. So I'm just taking on a piece of what they talk about. They do talk about giants. They love the giant stories. Because you know how they talk about the giant archways of all the architecture and all. They said the reason they had those giant archways is because there were actual giant people walking around. So this has everything to do with the ideas of Tartaria. They said they had high technology, and what that means when they say high technology, because I asked for clarity on it, literally they believe they have Wi-Fi. They were using free energy during the days of Tartaria. That's what they believe, and that's what they're peddling to Flat Earth. So it's all connected. The mud flood, the giants, the sunken buildings, advanced civilizations, killer mud floods, it's all a part of their narrative that I've heard them speaking on a number of occasions. Zap, why you messing with my name, bro? He said maybe the name Vegan Warrior means he beats up vegetarians. No, I don't beat up nobody. Just call a spade a spade. Vegan is my lifestyle. Warrior is my nature. That's just how it is. Pat Hall says very real giants. Okay, you say so. Here's another thing I wanted to show you guys before I get out of here. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Oh, what a day!
Live show on the main channel, that's 4. Then the second channel, that's 5. Then the second show on the first channel, that's 6. Second show on the second. Here we are, 10 minutes later. 7 minutes later, 8 minutes later. Entrance into the debate, not everyone wants to jump on and just, you know, you just want to know that you can actually use.
No, and if you get to thinking about it, gyros.
You were probably the first person to.
We can hear you.
Is he just quiet? Do I need to turn him up? I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I can hear both of you to that. You know, Thouser journey all right.
2 weeks ago, I was a little over 2 years
here at this flat.
Just
listen to your
from the other guests. Hey Mark, how you doing?
Okay.
Hiya, folks.
Good to have you.
And then
I don't want to kick you out.
Cause that to drift to the right. Like it doesn't make any sense at all.
Why do you?
Hey P, we've been trying
for your...
I was trying to introduce you, P. How you doing?
And of all the half a dozen manufacturers I spoke with, you cannot get such counterclockwise rifling. It's pretty much you're going to get the clockwise. And so I just thought that it was really funny because what we've got here is gyroscopic drift of the bullet. And certainly not Coriolis force causing, you know, say you're facing to the west and you fire a rifled round towards the west. Why would the Coriolis effect cause that to drift to the right? Like it doesn't make any sense at all.
Why do you...
Hey P, we've been trying
for your...
I was trying to introduce you, P. How you doing?
I was wondering why he thinks Flat Earthers should pay for his drug addiction.
That's not what this show's about. We're talking about the shape of the Earth.
And who's
Let's not
dr-
add
who's
hobby.
drunk?
I am too. People are drug addicts within the flat Earth community.
This is
that
not the
would
platform for
pretend to have
accusations,
the Earth to
P.
be flat.
P, come on.
And then they get money,
P,
and then
I don't
he
want to
gives
kick
it
you
to
out.
his
Come on.
girlfriend, and she's like passing out from the smack on the
Oh
couch.
God, I'm
behind
gonna
her.
have to kick you out, P, if you're gonna continue. Have you got anything shape of the Earth related or not?
Can I pretend the Earth is flat and make money and buy drugs with the money?
Oh God, right, bye.
So,
Clearly,
like,
you don't
yeah,
want to stay.
like, wow. Like, I love how you're an expert on my life, and
He's not.
you
Just
know
don't take the
absolutely
bait.
nothing what you're talking about.
Don't take the
Well,
bait.
here's the thing, if I'm able to say something, John, I have no idea about your life, but I look at your arguments. I'm not gonna look at what you need to address the arguments, not attack people.
Absolutely, no ad hominems. Hey,
What?
P, you can join so long as you don't ad hom the other guests. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Okay.
Hiya, folks.
Good to have you.
Hey.
I'm very well. Good to be here. It's great to have John on as well. Hiya, John.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Mark
It's going very well.
John,
I'm glad-
Mark Doxy.
I'm glad you joined us, John. Listen to your broadcasts, and you're very focused.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's nice of you to say.
You're one of the best at pretending the Earth is flat, John.
No, they're again, P.
Oh, Pete, go away.
Hold on, what was I heard something flat Earth related.
No,
What did
you
you
guys
say?
are. I want to pretend the Earth is flat.
Just what was your
So-
question?
Does that person have any argument or evidence in support of the spinning ball Earth? I'd love to hear it.
I think an imagination is a wonderful thing, and flat Earth is really great entertainment.
So that's your evidence for the spinning ball, is that the imagination is a wonderful thing. Hmm.
Why?
all you
I'm a poker player.
That's
I'm a
lovely. Do you
professional
have any
poker
shape
player.
of the Earth arguments, P?
Why do you want a professional poker player to teach you about the shape of the Earth?
You joined a flat Earth debate, you moron.
Right, and I don't think we need
Yeah,
you to
but I
teach us
pretend.
anything.
I want to pretend the Earth is flat with you guys.
Okay.
Because
Hey,
I like
Jose.
making money.
Jose,
Chill,
I
P,
like
chill.
making money.
Okay, P. Thanks. Hey, P. Hey, Jose. How you doing?
Nothing to fear. Jose Globes Sales is here. John de Morgal. Greetings, P. Mars, everybody else. Greetings.
Hey.
Hey, Jose,
I
you're
used
one of
to
my
think
favorites.
the Earth is flat. I used to think the Earth was flat 2 weeks ago. I was a little over 2 years deep into the flat Earth, bro. And
So
yeah,
what happened?
I was able to get out, man.
So what happened? You saw some evidence to convince you that the Earth is a spinning ball in outer space?
Yes. I started catching a little bit of footage that couldn't be explained in a flat Earth with all the explanations, all the optical phenomena. It's just geometrically impossible. And then after that, I realized, hold on, Choco, I'm almost done. Then after that, I realized that I couldn't present any evidence in favor of flat Earth just on my own. Yeah, I couldn't. Taking the synthetic approach, like a flat Earth do, I couldn't present any evidence in favor of.
But Jose, have you considered that the Earth looks flat?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so wait a minute. So what was this footage? I'd love to see it.
I got a little bit of footage. I just put 2 short videos of a geometrical impossibility in a very clear day, obstruction for the bottom up. So I'm going to be asked, how do you conclude from obstruction to curvature? Because I have been in this spot already. I cannot. I just, by logic and reason, we open our eyes, we open our mind, we unbiased look at the evidence, and it's obvious it's obstructed from the bottom up because of a sphericity of the Earth.
That's
Only
bollocks.
explanation.
That's total bollocks.
Yeah, I was going to say, could I share my screen real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Great, okay. And if I could figure out how to do it, that would be spectacular.
Hover your mouse over the Hangout page, top left-hand corner. Green
There we go.
boxes.
Got it. Oh, and I don't want to give away the Hangout link. So
Oh, don't worry
let
about it. It
me
goes out to the
slide
public.
this over.
You don't need to care.
Oh, okay. All right. So there we go. I am screen sharing. Okay. So these pictures you've probably seen, but we'll just go over it again. This is the current world record long-distance landscape photography or photograph. And the mountain in the distance is 273 miles away. It's a 2.5 mile tall peak. And we can see basically the entire mountain from the base to the tip. And I put together a diagram here, if I can find it. move this out of the way. There we go. And so this is just a not-to-scale diagram of the geometry with the observer's height, the apparent horizon, assuming a ball Earth would be 117 miles away. And that means that the top of that distant peak, 273 miles away, would be over a half a mile below the horizon line. And so I'm not sure how you can reconcile this on a ball Earth. Again, there it is. There's the distant peak, 273 miles away. That's simply not possible on a sphere Earth with a 4,000 mile radius.
Yeah, this is a very interesting observation. It's, I think, one of the first observations that I came across that I said, like, holy shit, this is flat Earth evidence, And then as my journey continued, I decided to take my own footage and take with a grain of salt, with a pinch of salt, any other evidence presented to me. I say, yeah, there's a lot of kind of evidence for the flat Earth, but for every one evidence for the flat Earth, there's 20 in favor of the globe, And I decided not to
Sorry, every evidence that you've described so far, Jose, is obstruction. And then you loosely said that with logic and reason you decided it was curvature, which is tantamount to a religious belief. You've just decided that one thing is something else. Well, obstruction's not curve.
Exactly. So I decided not to parrot or mirror other people's job because to be in a bandwagon, I decided just to look at me for only myself. And I realized today I know the Earth is a globe and it works perfectly. Yeah.
What works? What works perfectly? What are you talking about?
The heliocentric model works perfectly.
Okay.
You're making your belief that the heliocentric model works.
So I would just like to see the evidence that he's talking about, though.
I would like to see the model he's talking about. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah,
Jose, so you said the heliocentric model works. Can I see it, please?
Yeah.
I think faith is the superior
you know what? Yeah, I'll
epistemology.
present you the heliocentric model after you present me the flatter model. Go ahead.
No, I didn't mention any model. You specifically said
but
in
you asked me
quotes,
for a model.
don't
I don't
rumpus
wanna
me,
present your
Jose.
model. What you asking
Jose,
for is-
please don't rumpus me.
I get a minute, I can address the point.
You're all in an echo chamber if you don't.
I'm not telling you to believe it. Yes, I believe in my religion, and you believe in your fantasy, Nathan. Flat Earth is a fantasy. I'd rather believe in something that is set in stone and taught in school for hundreds of years. But this flat Earth is another belief, more of a pipe dream fantasy that I don't want to believe anymore. I'm sorry.
But you believe in a model that doesn't exist.
It doesn't matter, believe versus believe. I believe in the globe, and you guys
So
believe
there
in
you
flat
go.
Earth.
You believe it. I'm very glad that you said it out loud. You believe,
You believe it too. Yeah.
I don't need to believe anything.
Join us, Jose.
But I believe it with evidence because I see it.
No, you don't.
I see it around you.
Jose, please stop saying that.
What evidence?
Jose, please stop saying you have evidence. We've done this 3 times. You're starting to sound like a religious zealot. So you've come here with only your belief, and you're telling us that we're in a circle jerk, and that we should believe as you believe. That's basically what you're saying, like a religious zealot.
Join our cult that pretends it's not a cult.
When I look up at the sunrise and sunset, the sun traversing 15 degrees per hour, not changing in angular size, and coming around antipodal from me and coming in the sunrise again, impossibility for any flat Earth explanation. Impossible. So that's it. That's all I need.
Sorry, what you've just described, hold on, I'm just going to repeat back what you've said. You've said that the sun moving 15 degrees an hour. That proves the sun moves.
Something is moving 15 degrees per hour.
The sun.
It could be the sun, it could be
the sun.
the Earth.
You just said it. Do I need to quote back verbatim what you just said? The sun moving at 15 degrees an hour. Well, that's the sun moving, isn't it? Literally, you've got so many globehead arguments.
I want to see if you can explain my observation. And it's not a hundreds of miles away. It's just a 17 miles away observation. That's all I get.
Okay, well, 100...
No, it's not my opinion. You stated it categorically earlier. Obstruction from the bottom up. I asked you how you extrapolated that. You told us logic and reason and your religious bloody faith in Earth being a ball. Then you said about a model that you had, and you wouldn't show it. Now you're lying and saying you've seen curve. Don't lie here. Don't lie. You can lie to yourself all you like. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to the audience. You've not seen any curve. Don't make that claim again, or I'll have to kick you out for being a liar. Do you really want this, Jose? Is this what you become? Is this what you've become? Just a liar? Is this what you become?
Is it diffraction? Is it the dirty air? Is it the angle of bullshit?
Is it curvature? Is it curvature? That's my point. Is it curve, or is that just you lying? Bunking your assertion that you've seen curve. You have not. Don't lie.
When I get access to a computer, I will present you my model after you present me your flat Earth
model. So you're strawmanning me. Did I mention a model? No. So you become a strawman using globe-tired religious zealot asshole who lies. Wowee, bloody religious zealots. Like I care what you believe about your obstruction that you can demonstrate, not curve.
Open your eyes, he's out there.
What, curve? No, it isn't.
Jose, I remember just a few days ago you were talking about wanting to be kind of neutral and presenting just observations, but now it sounds like you are completely, it's confirmation bias.
There's nothing neutral about this dude right now. He's just become a full globe troll, and it's kind of sad to see.
So globe troll, because I got my opinion, a different opinion that you do. That's why I'm a troll. Because I got
your opinion. You think you give 2 shits about your opinion, Jose? Your opinion, the opinion of one man. You think your opinion is worth something. So what? Keep your opinions, which are like assholes, i.e. everyone has one, to yourself. Keep your religious belief to yourself, Jose. Your opinion. Like I give a crap about your opinion when we've got a 273-mile observation on screen, and you with your assertion that your logic and reason gives you over 17.
Well, and I would just say that if someone says for every piece of flat Earth evidence, there is 20 pieces of globe Earth evidence, yet refuses to show even a single or even mention a single piece of evidence, I would say that categorically makes them a globe Earth troll. And I don't know you from Adam's House Cat, I'm just saying.
Stop trolling us, Jose. We don't believe it's flat, we know it's flat. Now, I have a question.
By the way, Pete is a troll.
I have a question. Do we believe Karen B saw Bigfoot, or do we know Karen B saw Bigfoot?
This is not a Bigfoot channel. Go to a Bigfoot forum.
Yeah, I was We're talking about
If Karen B
belief
said
and
she
knowledge.
saw him, I believe that she saw him. I don't think she would lie.
All right, this was
We don't
something.
have- I thought we don't have
Hi to
beliefs.
John DeMora.
I don't care.
Hi to
This is not going
everybody.
to descend to chaos about beliefs, about what Karen knows or does not know. I don't know. She's not here, and this isn't a Bigfoot forum. Who cares?
Karen B is a prominent.
Oh my
flat
God!
earther.
You just want to get kicked out, don't you, P?
She believes in Bigfoot. So,
P. It's not a
or does she
Bigfoot
know
forum.
Bigfoot?
What part of that sentence don't you get? Do you not see what's on screen? Something that smashes all of your arguments into the middle of next week about
how
living on a globe.
how about this, Nathan? How about this, Nathan? What shape does the Earth, or what shape does Bigfoot think the Earth is?
Oh God, P, give it a rest.
Hey,
Hey Arwen, how you doing?
That you kicked earlier.
Just give it a rest, P. Hey Arwen.
He's just trolling.
You hear us, Arwen?
I'm not trolling. Jose was trolling us with this idea that the Earth is a globe. We know it's flat.
Yeah, I know it's flat. You're right. Do you not see
I
what's
don't
on
have a
screen?
belief.
Not belief. Look on screen. Flat. Flat as a pancake.
It's flat.
Yeah, evidently.
I don't believe it's flat. I know it's flat.
Yeah,
we don't have
evidently.
any
It's on
beliefs.
screen. You're not going to address it. You're just going to troll us.
We don't have any models. We don't have any beliefs.
I do have one.
We know. We know. Well, Arwen, yeah.
Yeah, keep on saying it. I do.
What
Is it a
all you're
model of the
doing
dark
is
world or
substituting-
the light world?
Hey, all you are doing is substituting the reality of your situation. You don't know it's a ball, you believe it's a ball, and substituting that with flat Earth, like it's not on screen right now. You just believe it's a ball. You hold true to R regardless of the circumstances, and like Tim Osman and Jose, you'll try and distance yourself from that association with R somehow. But it's crap. It's just useless.
Yeah, people that are stuff. It's just they're pretending are. You know. So
Yeah.
is the dark world flat, Arwen?
What are you talking about? Talking about where we live. Pete.
It's talking about the dark world. Oh, that's Arwen lives in the dark world.
Pete, I'm gonna have to kick you out soon. Seriously, can you not have a normal conversation?
I mean, flat Earth is one of the most normal conversations because it's weird to talk about a globe.
I agree. About the only normal, decent thing you've said so far, Pete.
When are you Globers going to show up here with some damn evidence instead of your trolling tactics? That's what I want to know.
You know, and another thing that Jose had said was that we refused to look at another side of the argument. Basically, we're just in our echo chamber, in our little circle jerk. But what I think that these Globe Earth trolls fail to admit is that we were all reared on planet Earth our entire lives. The fact that we are now flat Earth proponents is categorical proof that we do indeed look at the other side of the argument. Otherwise, we never would have looked into flat Earth. It's not as if we're ignorant of the Globe Earth shtick, right? We were raised learning all of that nonsense and learning how we're stuck to the side of a spinning ball in outer space. And it is now in the 20-teens, and we have been graced with this revelation that all of that was nonsense. And so I just wanted to get that in there because I really can't stand it when people say that flat earthers are essentially closed-minded in a vacuum, in an echo chamber. I mean, that is very much the opposite of the truth.
Someone told me gravity was real yesterday. Isn't that funny?
Well, yeah, as there is no scientific evidence.
We're supposed to have a guest, but we have a guest. Is he ready? Oh yes.
Just audio.
Just audio?
Yeah.
How come not video?
Video quality is.
On our end of this? Oh, the video is bad on the guest end? Oh really? Amazing. But let's go with it. Are we ready, man?
Yeah,
So we have a guest, folks. Let me bring him in. His name is Brandon Robertson. He is an LGBTQ activist, author, writer, speaker, and lead pastor at Mission Gathering Church down in San Diego, California. His last book is titled True Inclusion. And I want to talk to the pastor about gay conversion therapy, progressive versus conservative, sexual ethics, and relationships, and other things too. Brandon, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
I'm sorry that we can't see you.
Yeah, our church computer, we're moving offices, so the quality's not very good.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll bring you back too when you're up and running again, all right?
Sounds good.
So, Brandon, you are a pastor. How long have you been a pastor?
I've been doing pastoral ministry for probably about 5 years, but at this church for a year and a half.
And were you called by God, or did you have to go to school to become a pastor?
When I was 12 years old, I got saved in a Baptist church in Baltimore, Maryland, and about 4 months into that, I felt God calling me to enter the ministry.
Amazing. Why did you need to be saved at 12?
You know, I grew up in with an alcoholic father in a trailer park in Maryland, and just the abuse and all of the harm that my family kind of subjected me to had put me in a place where I was suicidal and I was really hopeless. And so I started going to church with my neighbors, and I heard this message about how God could redeem our lives, could forgive us of sins, and I gave my life to Christ.
And was your father abusive to you?
Yeah, he was abusive to me and to my mother.
And what did he do to you?
Just verbally abusive, name calling, and coming home drunk, and just all the craziness.
But why would you call that abuse?
Because of the impact that it had on me when I was young. I could the clear impact of going home and being screamed at and facing anger and violence caused me to have severe anxiety when I was a kid, and just I really experienced it quite tangibly.
How did you deal with your mother abuse toward you?
My mother wasn't abusive. She was abused by my father.
Your mother was not abusive to you or your father?
No.
Was she a perfect woman?
Not perfect.
What did you dislike her about?
I didn't dislike her at all. I don't dislike my father. We have a good relationship today.
So when you were growing up, your mother didn't do anything negative toward you at all?
Well, of course she did negative things like every mother does, but not consistently abusive like my dad was almost every single day.
But why didn't you call what your mother did toward you abuse?
Because it wasn't every single day. It wasn't threatening to harm me. It wasn't threatening to throw me out of the house. It wasn't calling me names because of my faith in Jesus, all of that good stuff.
When you were a kid and growing up, did you identify with your mother or your father?
Both. My dad used to take me fishing every Saturday morning as well, and then it would turn around like 360 when he was drinking. So,
have you forgiven him for what he done to you?
Yes, I have.
Amazing. And so now you're a pastor, and you were called you were born again at 12, and then God called you. Did you go to school too to be a pastor or no?
Yeah, I went to Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.
Really? And why did you go to school if God called you?
Because the church I grew up in, my pastor graduated from Moody Bible Institute and said that it would be good to get a Bible education. I wanted to spend some time digging into the Word of God, and I did that.
Amazing. And so you now have a good relationship with your father, you said?
Yep. Talked to him once a week on the phone.
You forgave him for what he did?
I did.
Amazing. You went to him and forgave him?
I did. During Bible college, I went back and we had a reconciliation and worked through our past together. So
amazing. And so do you accept LGBTQ as a norm or an abnorm?
I believe that God created LGBT people as LGBT people.
And is it a norm or an abnorm?
It's normal.
Oh, yeah? And why would God create LGBTQ?
Because it reflects his own image.
So you think God is an LGBTQ person?
I think God is big enough to reflect straight people, gay people, and everything in between.
So you think God is a drag queen?
Well, drag queens are not LGBT people.
Yeah, what's an LGBTQ person?
I think the better question is, what is a drag queen? A drag queen is...
A drag queen is a man that dresses in a woman clothes or a woman that dresses in men clothes?
Either way, a drag king would be a woman who dressed as a man. And it doesn't have anything to do with sexual identity per se. Drag queens and drag kings are a form of artistic expression, not necessarily a sexual identity.
But a woman that dresses like a man, isn't she trying to be a man?
Not always. I think you're confusing transgender people and drag kings and queens.
But why would a woman dress in a man's clothes if she's not trying to pretend that she's a man?
It's both an artistic expression and an activistic expression.
That's amazing. And so you believe that God is a homosexual?
I believe that God reflects homosexuals and bisexuals and transgender people and straight people.
Really? What do you mean reflect them?
Well, in Genesis, God says, let us create humanity in our image. And I believe that all humans reflect the glory and image of God, including LGBT people.
But when I see LGBTQ people and radical homosexuals, I see Satan. I don't see God.